Good morning, everybody. This is the tale of the snail and the whale, and it's by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. Axel does the pictures. This is the tale of a tiny snail and a great big gray blue humpback whale. This is a rock as black as soot, and this is a snail with an itchy foot. The sea snail slithered all over the rock and gazed at the sea and the ships in the dock. And as she gazed, she sniffed and sighed. This is a sea deep, and the world is wide. How I long to sail, said the tiny snail. There it is, you sit on the rock. It really wants to go places in this world. And I hope you do too. These are the other snails in the flock, who all stuck tight to the smooth black rock, and said to the snail with the itchy foot, "Be quiet, don't wiggle, sit still, stay put." But the tiny sea snail sniffed and sighed, then cried, "I've got it, I'll hitch a ride." This is the trail of the tiny snail, a slippery trail that looped and curled and said, "Ride wanted around the world." Huh. It appears that Snail has a problem. He's stuck in a rock around the clock and he wants to see the world, but how will he do it? Uh-huh. This is the whale who came one night when the tide was high and the stars were bright. A humpback whale immensely long who sang to the snail a wonderful song of shimmering ice and coral caves and shooting stars and enormous waves. And this is the tale of the humpback whale. He held it out of the starlit sea and said to the snail, "Come sail with me." Make sure, okay, that's good. This is the sea so wild and free that carried the whale and the snail on his tail in towering icebergs and far off lands and fiery mountains and golden sands. Oh, look at that beautiful monkey. I know it's a monkey because it has a tail. These are the waves that arched and crashed, that foamed and frolicked and sprayed and splashed the tiny snail on the tail of the whale. These are the caves beneath the waves, where colorful fish with feathery fins and sharks with hideous toothy grins swam past the whale and the snail on his tail. This is a sky so vast and high, sometimes sunny and blue and warm, sometimes filled with a thunderstorm, with zigzag lightning flashing and frightening the tiny snail on the tail of the whale. You think that looks pretty frightening? I don't know. I think I'd chicken out. But I don't know if I want to be on the tip of a whale's tail with a lightning storm. Ooh, that looks pretty. And she gazed at the sky, the sea, the land, the waves and the caves and the golden sand. She gazed and gazed, amazed by it all, and she said to the whale, "I feel so small." Oh, wow. But then came the day the whale lost his way. There were speedboats running a race, zigging and zooming all over the place, upsetting the whale with their ear-splitting roar, making him swim too close to the shore. This is the tide slipping away, and this is a whale lying beached in a bay. Oh no! What will happen to the whale if it's stuck up beached in the bay? Oh man! And this is quick off the sand, back to sea, cried the snail. I can't move on land, I'm too big, moaned the whale. The snail felt helpless and terribly small. Then, I've got it, she cried, and started to crawl. I must not fail, said the snail. This is the bell on the school in the bay, ringing the children in from their play. This is the teacher holding her chalk, telling the class, sit straight, don't talk. This is the board as black as soot, and this is a snail with the itchy foot. A snail, a snail! The teacher turns pale. Look, says the children, it's leaving a trail. This is the trail of the tiny snail, a silvery trail saying, save the whale. Oh, how about that? Save the whale. These are the children running from school, fetching the firemen, digging a pool, squirting and spraying to keep the whale cool. This is the tide coming into the bay, and these are the villagers shouting hooray as the whale and the snail travel safely away. Back to the dock and the flock on the rock, who said, how time's flown, and haven't you grown? And the whale and the snail told their wonderful tale of shimmering ice and coral caves and shooting stars and enormous waves, and of how the snail, so small and frail, with her looping, curling, silvering trail, saved the life of the humpback whale. Then the humpback whale held out his tail, and on crashed snail after snail after snail. Not crashed, and on crawled snail after snail after snail. Touch your words, Mr. Heeman. And they sang to the sea as they all set sail on the tail of the great blue humpback whale. Wow! So, not only did the snail travel the world, but after he told his tale to all of his friends, they were inspired. They thought, wow, how cool is that? And they wanted to do it too. I really like that story called The Snail and the Whale. And maybe someday somebody will tell you about their travels and you'll say, that sounds like something for me. I've been around this world a few times and I can tell you it is great to learn new things and meet new people. Happy trails, all you snails.